Ohai. Pagan, the ancient capital of the kingdom of the same name in the territory of modern Myanmar. The city is on the dry plateau along east bank of the river of Irrawaddy, 145 km to the southwest from Mandalay, near the city of Chok in the district Maghi. Now the archaeological zone with thousands of pagodas, temples, mortars, monasteries is in the place of the ancient city. This zone is the main attraction for the arising industry of tourism of Myanmar. Since 2019 enters the UNESCO World Cultural Heritage List. City of Pagan Parau thus doesn't exist, there is only a Pagan airport, and several villages. Naonat VG Ying Myinkab Old Pagan. Around and in huge archaeological. To be exact, security zones with the scattered thousands of Pagan small mortars and pagodas. The most significant mortars, such as Shvezagan and Lokanandachon storing Buddha's teeth, are covered with gold, approaches to them are asphalted, and the set of pavilions is built around. The majority of pagodas of a red brick and a white stone are also not covered with gold. Many pagodas are very visited, and on an entrance there are dealers, and boys with lamps help to get through on ladders on the top tiers and light corridors. Less significant pagodas are also protected and restored. In one of them the board reminding that here one German professor tried to tear off frescoes hangs and it was arrested by police. At a distance there are many absolutely small mortars and pagodas, some of them are destroyed. In places between temples, the burned desert, places, along the standing palm trees, places, green thickets. Temples, usually symmetric form with 4 altars and Buddha statues in each direction of the horizon, a mortar with sacred relics and caves. Kubachcha. Temples with a labyrinth of the corridors ornamented by frescoes are according to the destination allocated. Older frescoes of a Dokutsvena, late frescoes are multicolor. There is a lot of foreign tourists in Pagan and many pilgrims from all Buddhist East. One of temples was the favorite place of fulfillment of desires for the highest government generals and was protected by troops. Very significant temple stands in the south of a complex, the temple, constructed by the captured Monskizar Manichaean whom in the narrow room sit and lie squeezed and compressed from all directions Buddha, so Manikzar wanted to express the relation to captivity. The third king of Pagan Tuolansuk built the magnificent temple with niches for meditation and overlooking other temples. He at the same time meditated every morning before a niche, wasn't killed during meditation by the own son who took control after him of a throne yet. The ancient history. 11000 200 BB. I drink. 200 BB minus 1050 add. Monsky Kingdoms. 825. Minus 1057. Arikansky Kingdoms. 788. Minus 1406. Dynasty Pagan. 849-1297. The period of the conflicting kingdoms. Top Burma. 1297-1555. Mine Sain and Pinya. 1297-1364. Sikane. 1315-1364. Ava. 1364-1555. Y. 1482-1542. Romagna. 1287-1539. 1550-1552. Shansky Principalities. 1563. Arakan, 1785. Tongu, 1752. Revived by Hintavadi, 1757. Kanban, 1885. British Burma, 1948. Anglo-Burmese Wars, 1885. Nationalist Movement, 1948. Japanese Occupation, 1945. Did present since 1948. Union Burma, 1948-1962. Revolution of 1962. Socialist Republic, 1962-1988. Revolution of 1988. Union of Myanmar, 1988-2010. Political reforms, 2011-2012. Revolution of 2021. Sites. Ruins of Pagan occupied a space about 104 km. In this territory more than 100,000 religious monuments. About 1000 mortars, 100,000 small temples and 300 monasteries were constructed. The majority of constructions was constructed in the period of the 11th-13th centuries when Pagan was the capital of the Dinastini kingdom. The King Pinebia in 874 transferred the capital to Pagan. However, transfers of the capital in the Burmese history happened quite often, and Anarath's king transferred the capital to other city. In 1057 Anarath's king seized the capital of the Monsky kingdom, the city of Tatan, and confiscated Paliski manuscripts, took away Buddhist monks, artists and handicraftsmen to turn Pagan into the cultural center of the Buddhism in Myanmar. He approved the doctrine of the Buddhism of Theravada as the state religion and sent a spiritual mission to Sri Lanka from where there arrived monks and helped him to finish the address of the whole country to Theravada. Pagan became the center of science, religion and culture, one of the largest cities of the world. This city attracted monks and students from India, Sri Lanka and the Khmer Empire. In 1287 the kingdom, having refused to render tribute, it was occupied by Mongols. How the Empire of Yuan made several invasions into Pagan. Recent researches show that the Mongolian armies probably didn't reach Pagan, and that even if they would make it, damage caused by them was probably minimum. Nevertheless, damage was already caused. The city in which from 50002 card people once lived turned into the small town. The city formally stopped being the capital of Myanmar in December 1297 when the Kingdom of Mindsain began to govern in the top Burma. In the 15th century to Pagan still there lived people, and it was the place of a pilgrimage throughout all imperial period. A small amount of new and impressive religious monuments still remained to the middle of the 15th century, but after that construction of new temples slowed down to a minimum. Between the 15th and 20th centuries less than 200 temples were built. The old capital remained a place of a pilgrimage, but the pilgrimage was concentrated only on the most known temples such as Anand in Shvedagon, Sulamani, Kaloman, Dhammayazika and several other temples along the ancient road. The others, thousands of less known temples, fell into decay, and most of them didn't pass test time. All so far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.